broadcasting live with no jive on the Motivational Mondays from Detroit, Michigan, Motown, all of the original. Hey, check it out. So, how did y'all like the slizzat, the five fingers, what it said to the face at the Oscars? And y'all boy Chris Rock was talking that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He was talking that bullshit and he got dealt with. You know what I'm saying? So, anybody who got my number, won't y'all hit me up and everything, and let me know what y'all think about it and everything, and I'm gonna take a few calls, but I ain't giving out my number over the damn internet because I don't need everybody to have my personal number because there's some crazy ass people out here. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers will call you 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning. Hey man, I wanted to call you about something else. You know what I'm saying? They call anytime. So right now I'm eating my chicken and cheesy rice, mixed with some honey, bacon bits, Parmesan, garlic. What else I put on here? Imitation bacon bits with a little bit of butter like no other, and brown sugar off the chain. I hope everybody enjoyed the weekend. All that kind of good stuff. If you're in the warm climates and everything, I know you enjoy it better than we did. Cold ass Detroit. Okay. Got a call coming in. What's going on? You alright, my big time?
Hey, what's up with you, man?
Alright, you live with no jive right now on the Black Gemini Films OG Message Show and everything. We're in season number 4 and everything. Matter of fact, no, we're in season number 5 with no jive and everything. Hopefully they don't kick our ass off again. But as I was saying earlier, what do you think about the what the five fingers said to the face from your boy Will Smith to the motherfucking kid that should have been talking too much shit, joking around, Chris to the motherfucking Rock? What you think about that?
So, man, look here. This is what people got to look at. And I'm just going to be 100 because that's all I know how to be. But we all know, Chris Rock is Chris Rock is a comedian. Will Smith is boys, and they've been trading jokes for years. So, here my thing is, any one of us, me, you included, we could all slap Chris Rock. So you don't get no brownie points for slapping nigga. Anybody can fucking slap, bro.
Are you serious?
I'm serious, bro. Think about it. If you walk up to Chris Rock right now, we all the same size. We could slap Chris Rock. This nigga got like a good foot on Chris Rock. You don't get no brownie points for slapping a nigga in a wheelchair. That's all I'm saying. But look, we don't got no respect for that, bro. Pay that nigga that was inside a jet, go pay August a visit. It was on live TV talking about how deep he was inside of Jada. Pay that nigga a visit.
That's the
So
motherfucker.
if you slap Chris, you got to go fly and slap this nigga right now. Because other than that, we ain't got no love for that, bro. None of us do.
You made a good fucking point there. I think he should go slap August now. He should have been slapped August.
I mean, bro, that's the hood code. You got to go slap August. Because if you're defending your wife's honor, and which is a noble thing to do, you got to slap every motherfucker that says some shit out of line about Jada. Including Tupac, too. Because that's all the niggas he dreaming about anyway. Nigga, you was the second choice. So now you got to slap everybody to get your respect back. Yeah, there's a lot of niggas to slap. So I'm saying, what you doing now? You performing, stop performing, nigga. Mess me with that schoolyard shit, bro.
No, Pac was our best friend, though.
Well, see, Pac wouldn't let him get that close. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Look how he walked up on Chris Rock. Nigga, anybody from Detroit or Detroit's east side, nigga, if you got 3 feet away, we would have met you at the end of the stage. Nigga, you ain't got to come meet us. We'll come meet you. That's what I'm saying. He tried that on some niggas that can do that shit, bro. Chris Rock is the only person you could have slapped on stage. Any comedian would have did differently.
That motherfucker,
on the stage,
he motherfucker waited on that slap, didn't he?
Exactly, he waited on the slap. That's what I'm saying. You don't get no love from me for waiting on the slap.
He slapped that motherfucker. He slapped that motherfucker like he just got out of motherfucking Deucing in the Quarter and shit from 1973 from a motherfucking pimp movie and shit for real. It wasn't a smack. It was a slap. You know what I'm saying? A smack and a slap is a little difference. That's what people don't understand. That motherfucker gave that motherfucker the 5 fingers all the way to the face. You know what
All the
I'm
way to the face,
saying?
no lie.
With a look,
Good smack.
with a,
Good smack, 100 grand, bro.
yeah, that was a real smack. It wasn't staged and no bullshit like that. That motherfucker was 100% real fucking slap.
No lie, bro. Good smack.
It
Now
did?
you gotta go. You gotta make us feel good. Make the hood feel good and go smack hogs. You know what I'm saying? Niggas performing for the white people, bro. And we don't want that shit, bro. If you performing for white people, we got you, bro. But nothing. You slapping Chris Rock? What? Come on now. Slap Dave Chappelle. Slap Steve Harvey. Somebody even slap. That's all I'm saying. Slapping Chris Rock, you don't get no brownie points, nigga. Whatever.
Damn.
So you see all of it on Twitter where everybody, Will protecting his wife. But if you go back and look on YouTube where Will Smith was on the Arsenio Hall show and he was roasting another dude about his alopecia. Now we mad at doing the same shit, huh? Oh, okay.
Are you serious?
So, bro, go look it up. That's what I'm saying. Everybody in their feelings, but they're not doing their homework, bro. Do your homework. Will Smith did the same shit he slapped Chris Rock about. Bro, he need to slap his fucking self now at this point. Because you contradicted yourself. Which is it? You scared of taking the joke or you not taking the joke? The problem is, ever since August came out, that nigga been in his feelings. And ever since Jada pulled out that red table, he been in his feelings. Nigga, this the real world, bro. You come to the hood like that, bro, you get your ass mollywopped. Bottom line. And but that's all I got to say about it, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
You know, I'm so real, man. Just leave a comment on my page. I'll let you know what it is, bro. I'm hood official. I ain't about to slap one nigga, not slap the next. But somebody say some shit out of line, if my MO is to slap a motherfucker, I'm slapping a motherfucker. But I'm saying, don't slap nobody on national TV. Think about it, that's what you did in school. You had to fight inside of school because you were scared to go to the playground after school and get your ass whooped. That's what he did.
Meet me outside at 3 o'clock. It's going the fuck down.
And very rarely did any niggas meet you outside at 3 o'clock. They fight you in the front, in the hallway, the cafeteria and shit like that. Why? They wanted somebody to break that shit up. That's what he did. He wanted somebody to break that shit up. Instead of catching his ass backstage and did what real men do. That's what I'm saying. I ain't gotta slap you in front of TV, nigga. When I catch you backstage, we gonna have words and I'm gonna slap you then. I'm not slapping you in front of everybody else because that made me look weak. Oh, damn, Will slapped everybody. Come on, man. Miss me with that shit, bro. Miss me with that. I ain't trying to hear it. You want somebody, you know, like I said, you don't get really close to slapping a nigga in a wheelchair. That's not it. Bro, now I'm saying, if you don't go pay August a visit and let us know you paid him a visit, you staged the whole thing, bro. So whether people say you staged it or not, I'm telling you, this is what I call being staged. Because you slap somebody, they ain't gonna fight you back.
Man, what if Chris Rock would have turned into Pookie for New Jack City on his ass and started doing jumping jacks and shit?
Yeah, I bet you, if he did that then, I bet you everybody start watching his movies. He'd be like, nigga, this nigga Will Smith trash. Kind of like everybody started blackballing R. Kelly. They did the same thing to Will. Had Chris Rock reached back and slapped his ass back, everybody would have started watching Will. They were like, damn, nigga, you got slapped by Chris Rock. But I know for a fact, though, I bet you had Charlie Murphy been there, he walked over and slapped Will his damn self.
Oh, no, he wouldn't have slapped Charlie Murphy. Fuck no. Hell no.
No, he wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. You know what, Charlie would have walked over and slapped him like, bitch, what? Nigga, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm like, what we doing here? We trading slaps?
Rick James thought he was going to get away with slapping Charlie Murphy. He thought he was going to really get away with that shit.
Man, you just gotta let your subscribers know, man. Don't feed into that crazy shit. Don't see comedians on the stage. You gonna be downtown at a comedy bar or something, or out down in Southwood at a comedy bar, and you see foolish on the stage. You think you're gonna walk up and slap somebody? Don't do that, bro. You gonna get your ass wrecked. That ain't how that shit works. That's what I'm saying. He slapped somebody. He knew who he could slap. That's all.
We had that happened for real though. We was at Coco's House of Comedy back in the days, and some guy betted foolish that he was gonna do it real good on amateur night, He betted him $100. I can't forget this shit. It's about 20 years ago. So after Homeboy got off stage and everything, wasn't nobody really laughing. I think like 1 or 2 people laughed and shit. So the dude was not funny at all. So after he got off stage, he asked Foolish, "Where my $100 at?" So Foolish looked at the motherfucker like, "Dog, we betted $100 that you was supposed to do good, but you ain't do good." And the dude tried to fight. He was trying to fight Foolish and everything. And when he was trying to fight Foolish, we was like, "Foolish, what you want us to do to this motherfucker? You want us to take that motherfucker out back and, mob on his ass?" We ain't want to do it in front of all the customers. We was gonna take him, in the back room, by Club 2000. We gonna beat the shit out of this motherfucker. And Foolish was like, "No, he a hoe ass nigga. He ain't shit." So he was like, "It ain't even fucking worth it." He just told Homeboy, "If you tough, nigga, take the $100. So dude just basically Foolish pulled the motherfucking card. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I seen a different side of Foolish. Like, it wasn't no motherfucking jokes no more. It wasn't comedy. It was just straight motherfucker. If you want this $100, nigga, take this goddamn $100. So Homeboy walked the fuck out of that club with the dumbest look on his face, and everybody just bust out laughing because Homeboy was so fucking embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? And we had a lot of incidents that happened down at Coco's House of Comedy on Wednesday nights. That we had to actually walk motherfuckers out. Or, shotguns was pulled out, 12, all kind of shit was pulled out down there. Glocks, everything. Like if motherfuckers, even one of my homeboys got into it. He was drunk as fuck. He down there with my brother and shit. And I told him, like, "Dog, y'all gotta stop drinking so goddamn much. I don't want y'all getting into it with my peoples and shit." You know what I'm saying? So he down there, he get into it with the security. He tell the security when he get outside, the security like, "Man, you gotta get the fuck out of here. You too drunk, you too wild, everything." So he get outside, he was like, I got Roscoe. Homeboy said, "Oh, you got what?" He like, "You heard me, motherfucker, I got Roscoe." He said, "Okay, hold on for a minute." That motherfucker went and got that 12 gauge so quick, a brand new pump, and he pumped that motherfucker like, and I'm like, "Oh, hell no." So I go up to him like MC Ren, like, "Dog, that motherfucker right there, that's my dog." You know what I'm saying? He like family to me, and my brother right next to him right there. He like, "Well, he just got lucky then, because I was about to pump some shit in that motherfucker." And I was like, I'm looking at myself like, you weren't about to do shit. You was just wanted to scare the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't about to go to jail just for shooting the motherfucker you put up outside the club who didn't put a hand on you. All the motherfucker did was just talk some shit to you.
Facts, bro. But I'm like, if I'm Chris Rock and whoever working my security that night, nigga, your ass fired too. Cause we were supposed to jump wheel after that shit was over, bro. Bottom line, bro, you come on stage and slap me on national TV, bro. If you on my security staff, nigga, you supposed to beat me down the front. We supposed to beat this nigga ass, period.
Well, then Will security was gonna be fighting with them. It was gonna be like a fucking
hey, bro, we all gonna be in that bitch fighting, bro. That's all it was gonna be. That's all I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. You don't get no brownie points for slapping somebody like Chris Rock. I mean, niggas feel like how they want to feel, but anybody that lived in the hood, you know I'm right. This is some niggas in the hood that you know wasn't gonna fight back. So you ain't really, you know what I'm saying? You ain't really try to pick a fight with them. You say some shit, but you don't try to pick a fight with them. But a nigga that you know the nigga that slapped you back, you think twice about it. That's what I'm saying. He just mad nigga the whole world been on him ever since Jada came out the closet like, nigga, I had 2 dicks in me. So
oh damn.
Think about it. He been mad ever since.
So it was August and who else? Who was the other dude?
I don't know. Jada had so many people at the red table, nigga. I don't even remember it like that, bro. Think about it. This shit happened back. See, most people gotta realize this shit happened back in 2016 when she started coming out. Because, Will had already been out about his different families and shit. So she was like, I'm gonna break Lynn. I'm gonna come out too. So if you breaking Lynn, you coming out, and then August telling, he getting graphic and detailed about how you been inside your wife, bro. Like, at that point, I feel like that's really not my wife. That's everybody's girl.
Oh,
and
damn.
Because it's everybody's girl, I'm not slapping my boy Chris Rock over a joke. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
If I ain't slap August, I'm not slapping you. That's all.
Hey, but motherfuckers do need to keep other people wives out their mouth and their girlfriends and shit. Now, thing is, I don't give a fuck if they side chick. You know what I'm saying? Leave the motherfucking attachments alone. You know what I'm saying? Whoever they mess with. Now, if they just messing with some goddamn hoes or something, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But if that's their motherfucking girl, wife, you know, because some people, a lot of them fall in love with their side chicks. You know what I'm saying? So the side people winning nowadays anyway. So, you know, that's more they motherfucking mate than they made at home. Because they made at home is their headache. You know what I'm saying? That's just the person they shacking up with, paying bills with. That's really not their real mate nowadays. Because in 2022, it's kind of like everything goes. You know?
At this point too, but man, I guess this is what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? I guess last night Will Smith probably was listening to Tupac's album. That's all I can take on it, bro. Cause we ain't never seen this side of Will, and we've been waiting on to see this shit. He must have been listening to Machiavelli or something. Cause that's the only way he can come out and just slap a nigga on GP. That ain't been Will ever, bro.
No, it's the new Fresh Prince out. That's why. Cause you know the new Fresh Prince, they different now. You know they not all jolly. They smoking crack on there. And they doing drugs and everything. They drunks. Hillary not dumb no more. So it's all kind of new shit going on. You know. So maybe it got something to do with the new script that's out. You know. So now Will get gangster now and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's the pandemic
Will. Get gangster all the way though. Get gangster all the way. This is what I'm saying. So anybody that ever cracked a joke on Jada, you gotta pay their ass a visit. Cause I'm gonna get gangster, I'm getting gangster all the way. I'm not about to half-ass anything. So if I go down to my Rolodex and I figure out you said some shit about what Jada, I'm gonna pay you a visit. Kind of like Birdman when he paid Charlamagne a visit, you know, on the Breakfast Club. He was like, man, I'm pulling up on you, bruh.
And Charlamagne, his punk ass deserved that because his bisexual ass always got something to say. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't just when the motherfucking rumor reports come out with Angela Yee. You know, this motherfucker got some shit going on all day, every day. He always in his feelings, man. So he deserved to get smacked multiple times because, you know, he already got smacked a couple times. I don't know if nobody gave him a third slap yet, but it's coming. It's coming just like that Uncle Tom ass YouTuber named Tommy Sotomayor, who always call all the women bitches and hoes and everything, and he don't like no black people, but he got black daughters, but he called everybody else daughters and sisters, aunties, bitches and hoes, nappy head hoes all the time. So then when Tariq Nasheed saw his punk ass in person, he told him, "I'm gonna smack the shit out you," and that's just what the fuck he did. And somebody else did too. So Tommy,
but that's what I'm saying.
Tommy asked for it though.
But that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You ain't waiting on the cameras or nothing, bro. You did this shit because you knew it was the right thing to do, not because you saw that little funky ass look Jada had on her face. Man, that look stay on her fucking face, bro. You can gauge that shit, man. She doing that shit in the store, bro. She doing that shit. Oh, my wife disgusted. Nigga, now all of a sudden, I'm protecting my wife. I'm being a man. Come on, man. Miss me with that. That's what I'm trying to tell niggas, man. Miss me with all that shit. Y'all can feel how y'all want to feel, man. That's the problem. The problem is because women have been in charge of our community for so long, these niggas and their feelings is starting to get spreaded like a fucking virus. And now you got niggas and their feelings every fucking where. Now the real men that really don't be in their feelings because they know they gotta be real men, now they in their fucking feelings. Bro, no. You can talk about your feelings, that's fine. But it's your job as a man to stay logical, to stay, hey, look, I gotta stay on this path. I can't dip off into my feelings. Why? That's some girly shit. I'm not over there on that shit. But now you got niggas like, oh no, they said talk about your feelings. No, bitch. Your feelings is where niggas get murdered at, bro. Don't do that. Women can be in their feelings all they want to, but being a man, you gotta stay neutral. Like, man, look, I can't do. It's not logical. It's not me doing this. I'm just saying this and this. So you gotta stay with the facts. That's it. That's how we gotta choose to raise men nowadays. But women got everybody feeling, I love an emotional man. All this. Okay, motherfucker, get emotional when a nigga with a 12 gauge breaking your house. Let that nigga get emotional then. Mm-hmm. No, you want that nigga to get into fucking action. That's what you want. Oh no, we both in the closet crying and calling the police. The nigga in the house. No, you want that nigga to be a man. Like, go out there and slap that nigga. No, that's what I'm saying. Now you got niggas so far in their fucking feelings, they can't tell the left from the right. Now you got Will doing the same shit. See, I would have respected him more had he punched Chris Rock in the fucking eye. He slapped him. Dude, that's what girls do. That's what I'm saying. He on that emotional shit. Oh, he just slapped this nigga. He should have punched him. That's what real men do. We punch people. We don't slap people.
Don't say that, because a slap is more embarrassing than a regular punch, though.
I don't want to embarrass you. I want you to know I mean this. You got niggas over here slapping niggas nowadays. Have you ever seen a niggas get in a fight slapping each other? That's the gayest shit you've ever seen in your life, bro.
No, what it is, a slap will start the fight off.
But then you end up knuckling up.
Yeah.
See, if I'm going up in there and I'm on national TV and I'm going to hit somebody in front of my boss, I'm knuckling up. I'm getting the best hit possible. I'm going to leave your eyes swollen so you can remember this shit.
What?
Think about it. That's what I'm saying. When we're in the hood, we don't slap people. We knuckle up. So you can remember this shit the rest of your life. So when you touch that eye up there, nigga, don't say shit about Will's wife.
Oh, yeah, because he did holler at that motherfucker after he did it. He was like, and keep my motherfucking wife out your motherfucking mouth. He was going crazy with it. And then he went to the after party. No, then Will went to the after party and was in that bitch partying up like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like ain't shit happened. You know what I'm saying? He was happy at the after party, but you know, he still was in his feelings a little bit here and there, you know.
But I'm saying, and you know, it was sad that he was mad at Chris Rock because he was trying to rag on Jada about her alopecia. No, man, he wasn't. He's a comedian. He joked. You sit in the front row, you're not off limits. That's all. You know that at a comedy show. You sit in the front row, you open material. Bottom line, you open material. I don't give a fuck if you're on crutches or a wheelchair. You open material.
Yeah, you is.
So if you don't like to be roasted, don't sit in the fucking front row.
Yep, like at a comedy show. Thank you, YP in the house supporting everything. Thanks a lot for being a subscriber and everything. You know, on the Black Gemini Film Show. Yeah, but this the thing though. Now, Will and he gonna have to have a meeting with them now after this shit. So I'm wondering what he gonna say at the meeting. He probably gonna do like a public apology, all this kind of bullshit, you know, because he don't want them to ban him from being at the Oscars and getting awards and all that kind of good shit, you know. So it's like he gonna do what he gotta do, man, because the dude is brilliant and everything, but you know it could have went down a different way. But Chris Rock did ask for the shit though. He asked for this shit to happen.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, all he did was grow Chris Rock's fan base out of control. Because niggas now they want to know how Chris Rock gonna respond. So Chris Rock's next special on Netflix gonna be the highest grossing of all comedians.
I don't know about that one.
No, I promise you, watch. Mark my word, bro.
I don't know about that one.
Bro, because think about it, this writer's on it now. Because, you know, when you get that money like Chris Rock, you got writers writing material for you. This gonna be his highest grossing special of all time. Because he gonna have to address it. And he only can do what comedians do. I'm about to get in front of an audience and readdress it. Other than that, your audience is gonna address it for you. So you gotta get it out the way. Because you remember that's what Dave Chappelle did on his last stand-up. He had to readdress why he left, you know, Comedy Central. He had to readdress all of the different rumors out there about him talking about the LGBT community. He came out and said, I did talk about him. He said, but I ain't talking about the way they say I talk about him because they all obscuring my name. And when he said that, Reed Hastings, the owner of Netflix, is behind him like, you're right, you clearing your name. And then people was mad, LGBT, they all inside of Netflix, man. Like, man, this nigga's talking about gay people. Reed said, that's not what he's saying. That's not what he's saying. always talked about white supremacy. He's never talked about the gays or anything, lesbians. But they ain't trying to hear that. That's what I'm saying. At this point, Chris Rock gotta address it and watch. He's gonna make more money now than ever before. It's kind of like, you ever notice when 50 Cent got rich? You know, when he got rich, when him and Ja Rule was going at it.
Yeah.
Because 50 Cent always did music. He was always out. He was always in New York, popping up, doing shows, making 50,000 a show. And then Ja Rule, which was a labeled artist, started coming at 50. And then I always had beat. And then 50 dropped the album, a diss record so hard, and that's when In the Club came out, and it was a banger. Everybody was like, damn, 50 got a banger. Like, boom, boom. Everybody started listening to 50.
Yeah, he just went over Ja Rule head real quick. It didn't take long at all.
Yeah, and think about it, Ja Rule still trying to come out, and 50 keep his ass under that foot immediately.
Ja Rule say he making a comeback this summer.
He can't, because 50 Cent, he stayed buying them tickets to his concert. He bought the first 4 rows. Nigga, he trolling too hard, bro.
That's some funny shit how he buy the rows out so can't nobody...
the front row, can't nobody sit there, bro.
That's some... How much is he spending on this shit, man? That's ridiculous.
Shit, like 10,000, bro. Like 10,000 a show. He brought out like 8 shows. Like, shit, I got it. Fuck it. It don't matter.
That's some funny shit. And what did he say? And what did he say to him when he bought... What did he say about this shit?
You know what happened is Ja Rule, he canceled the show when he found out ain't nobody gonna be in the front row.
Oh, damn.
But dude, think about it. Ain't nobody gonna line up to see Ja Rule. But you'll go and see him. Let's say if there's a headliner you want, there's an opening act you want to see. You stay and watch Ja Rule because it's part of the ticket. Think about 50 come by the first 4 rows, spend like 10 grand. And then can't nobody sit in the first. Don't nobody gonna come to no show. Ain't nobody sitting in the first 4 rows.
Man, fuck that. Go to that bitch and still rock that motherfucker. Because it ain't like everybody in the front row got to get up. You know? Shit.
No, but you gotta think about Ja Rule got a pride issue, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He a little different. He coming out with Where Would I Be Without My Baby part 2 and shit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna try to make a comeback with your homegirl and shit. What's homegirl name? The one who was down with the Murder Inc.
You talking about Ashanti?
Ashanti, yeah, they doing another duo, Where Would I Be Without My Baby part 2 and shit. So they trying to make one more comeback. You gonna see how that's gonna work out. And he doing another.
Man,
he gonna do another track with Bobby Brown this year too. Bobby Brown gonna be on that bitch hollering like he was. You know I'm thugging and lugging and sugging and lugging and rugging. I was like, hell no, Bobby. God damn, Bobby Brown. He smacked. They say he whooped Joe. They said JoJo beat Bobby Brown ass too and shit. I was like, hell no.
You probably did, man. Think about it. Just think about it now. They don't get no money for the next shows.
Oh. God damn.
Oh, yeah. If they don't get money for the next shows, bro, you gotta think about it like this. You know, they can't go on tour like that. The agents that pick up on tours, nigga, they'll lose money, and they ain't gonna pick you up again. So, Bobby Brown had a sold-out show that day. So everybody was coming to see the Bobby Brown to say he's skinny because he smoked crack.
Damn.
He ain't smoking this shit no song. He the big Bobby Brown.
Man, Bobby.
He big Brown.
No, when I went to see Bobby Brown last year, this is my first time going to see a Bobby Brown concert. I went to the one he did a free concert at what was it, $10? It was either $10 or free. No, it was $10. It was a $10 concert. So basically, it was in Royal Oak at the Arts Beats and Eat Festival. And
hell no.
he did 32 minutes. And when I say this dude threw down, that motherfucker threw down like the real old Bobby Brown from the late 80s. It wasn't that bullshit that people thought. Because everybody after the concert, they were like, damn. It was like, even though he only did 32 minutes, he did a good job, though. He had performed a couple new songs we ain't never heard before. That was okay. You know, I don't know if he's going to get no radio play, though. He still ain't got no radio play now, so. But it was okay. It wasn't trash. But when he did, you know, My Prerogative and all his Ronnie songs and all that kind of good shit and everything from the old school, everybody from our era that was there was motherfucking dancing with this shit. You know what I'm saying? too many people talking. You ain't hear nobody talking bad on Bobby Brown. That motherfucker said, I'm back. And when everybody was like, this motherfucker back for real. You know? So I do believe in him, you know what I'm saying? But your boy Ja Rule, I don't know about that. He don't have to prove himself. I think his career basically damn near over with. All he can do is perform his songs that he already did. The shit that was already hot. If he come out with something new, he gonna have to come out with something like with DJ Khaled and a crew of people, you know, to prove himself and be featured on somebody's shit. But him by himself, I think it's a rap for him by himself. Cause you know he like 63 now, so ain't nobody really gonna be supporting him like that anyway. He's a senior citizen, you know. So it's a rap.
But you know, DJ Khaled, he's loyal to certain people, and because he like 50 Cent, Ja Rule can't be on DJ Khaled.
We the best.
Exactly. Right? DJ Khaled just be like, Ja Rule, I like you, but you know, 50 how he be, and don't nobody wanna be on 50's Instagram feed. Don't nobody. But you know, soon as he hear that, like you gotta be on 50's newsgram feed, he like, nah, I'm good. You can't be mad at Khaled. You know, shit, don't nobody want to be getting trolled by 50. Tierra Marie still getting trolled by 50 to this fucking day, bro.
Damn.
She owe that nigga 40 grand.
I thought Tierra Marie had signed with The Rock.
She probably did, but nigga, she owe 50 grand. 50 grand. Man, that 40 grand she owe 50, man, she paid for it. And endorsement deals and everything. Cause you got a nigga dragging your name through the mud.
You sure that's not just a rumor of him talking shit? Because there's been a lot of rumors about people who owe him money, but they was just joking about a lot of that shit.
No, he sued her in court.
Oh, he did?
And he won. Yep, he sued her in court and won.
Well, she stole one of his beats?
I don't know what it was. It's something that Tierra Marie said on Love and Hip Hop that slandered his name. And the judge awarded him. The judge told her, like, you can't go around saying stuff that's what he called liable. Oh, it's another word to use. So basically, she said something was false and incorrect that cost 50 money. And he won that 50 grand. And now she won't pay up. But now 50, he signed a deposition with U.S. Marshals. So whenever she gets some money now, they seize him.
Damn.
So 50 get paid. That's why I be telling you, you don't want to get involved with U.S. Marshals because them niggas is ruthless.
Yeah. I
them
didn't.
Niggas like the Bloods and the Crips, bro. They don't give no fuck about nobody, bro.
Yeah, I met a couple before right here in Detroit, and he told me a lot of shit they do. Shit ain't no joke.
Yeah, man, they cutthroat, to say the least. Like they'll get in the mood and they'll just go in on you for no fucking reason, bro. Oh, you driving and you owe money, and they'll pull you over like, who fucking car is this? Who fucking car is this?
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll pull you out the car, take your money, take everything else. Man,
like them racist ass cops be doing this. Just pulling motherfuckers out the car even though they paraplegics and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, dog, the dude told you he can't walk. So you gonna just snatch him out the fucking car and shit. You know? Then start beating on the dude. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what if your kid was a paraplegic and somebody pulled him out of his car? How would you feel? You know? Because it's about the person. It ain't about the job they doing. Because I don't look at, all cops ain't bad. It's the motherfucking, it's damn near, I would say 75% of the cops could be assholes. And that other 25% is pretty cool to a certain degree and everything. And then you got another percentage, like another 5%, they go back and forth to, I got to do what my partners tell me to do. They get bossed around like that, 5 to 10% of that. But other than that, the shit that goes on, they always got to think about, what if the shit was in another person's shoes and it was your kid? Like that 15-year-old girl that got shot in Columbus. There's no way I could pull up to a scene and just start shooting at a kid because I see her with a fucking knife. Do you know how many people chasing people with fucking knives? You know what I'm saying? That ain't the way to get the shit handled. You know what I'm saying? You could have went up to her and grabbed her. You know what I'm saying? and grabbed her from behind because you actually shot her in the back. You know? I'm like, what the fuck? She had her back turned to you when you started shooting. Talking about she could have killed the other person. But she called the police because she needed y'all to dumbass help and y'all took forever. So she got jumped. So she figured I'm about to go get a knife and defend myself. And she waited on you motherfuckers to get there to kill her? What kind of shit is that? You know? I don't understand this dumb shit. And then another kid just got killed. You know? He was about 14, get shot up by the cops. You know? So these dumb motherfuckers just gonna keep doing this shit over and over and over again. You know? And I couldn't have been there watching George Floyd die like that. I would have picked up a big ass brick and I would have tossed it on that punk motherfucker. I'm telling you, that's what I would have had to do. There's no way I would have just watched them die like that, man. No fucking way. This motherfucker just gonna keep kneeing him and shit. Cause George Floyd fucked this bitch and shit. He mad about some shit that happened way back in the days and had a vendetta against him. And you see the police that pulled up in the EMS? Them wasn't even no motherfucking EMS techs. Them was cops. It was like 4 cops in that bitch. So they made...
Yeah, but the EMS techs are always police officers, like retired police officers, but that's not the...
Them motherfuckers made sure George Floyd was dead like they killed Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? So...
Well, no, I mean, George Floyd was dead on the scene. I mean, you said, any nigga stand on your chest and your neck for 8 minutes and he lied to you, brother. That ain't nothing to do. That's the problem. But the problem was, George Floyd, the police officer, Derek Chauvin, he got reprimanded about doing this before. And he never got fired. So the problem was...
They never do. Them bitches always do dumb shit, get in trouble, then they get hired in another motherfucking city and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that shit. Like, it's a motherfucker in Detroit that got in trouble so many times. This racist bastard pulled somebody over recently just because the homeboy was driving a Mercedes. He pulls him out the car, harass him, all this kind of bullshit. And when the dude reported the shit, this guy had about at least 90 complaints about the shit that he be doing for people. 90 fucking complaints and you still got a job? Get the fuck out of here. You ain't gonna be working if you motherfucking black. You would have been fired. You know? So this motherfucker can get 90 goddamn complaints. Racist motherfucking bullshit, you know?
Well, all I know is, and that's why I be telling officers, all I know is if y'all do that to one of my kids, bro, there ain't no way you can hide from me. I'm on another mission, bro. We're on a whole nother mission. At this point, nigga, you gonna have to be, they gonna put your ass in protective custody.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, boy, that nigga found me over here? Who the fuck is he? I'm not playing no cats like this. Now, I can see, like, even a 17-year-old girl, I can see even if she was guilty. But my thing is, if you're a police officer and you ready to pull the trigger so fast, the scared don't need to come protect the scared. That shit don't work. Like, if you scared, nigga, you need to stay your ass at home. This is not the job for you.
And some of them motherfuckers, you got some partners that won't even get out of the car when they get to a scene because they so scared. You know, because my cousin Ray, when he was alive, he was on DPD for 20 years. He was telling me he had this one partner that she would be scared to get out of the car when they get to the locations because she like, there's too many motherfuckers out here. I ain't getting out this car. You're like, this is what the fuck you signed up for.
Exactly.
What the fuck you think you went to the academy for? You signed up for this shit. Get your punk ass out the car. You know?
You signed up to go into a stressful situation and try to figure out what's going on.
You don't let motherfuckers know that you're scared of them. You get the fuck out that bitch and you be tough as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be tough as Tone in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like my dog from the east side, Tough Tone, Shadow Boy, original. But hey, if you sign up for that shit, you better not be no motherfucking bitch and shit when it come down to it. You better get up on that and handle your motherfucking shit and bag your partner up. Because if you ain't bagging your partner up, what the fuck are you working for? Because everybody gotta get home to their families.
Exactly. And that was just the whole point. And I get, I get what Derek Chauvin did. He was scared of George Floyd, but my nigga, you showed up for a fraudulent money complaint. Nigga, if you didn't show up, you try to arrest somebody.
Over a $20 bill.
Dude, it's $100 bill, but still, you're not the ATF, bro. Relax.
That's what I'm saying. That's the same. And then, remember when they killed the big fella in New York over them fucking cigarettes? They choked them out. They choked him out and killed him just like Radio Raheem from the motherfucking movie and shit. You know what I'm saying? The same fucking chokehold. Over some fucking cigarettes. He didn't even steal the cigarettes. He was just outside the store selling them, making a little hustle on the side. That was it.
Yeah, but see, that's my whole thing. The police, they can use their power for what I call discretion. And this is one time I was telling the officer one time when he came to my car and he wrote me a ticket. I was like, and I told her, I said, it's not about you being right or me being wrong. I said, granted, you're right. My tail light shouldn't have been out. I said, but you could have stopped me and said, hey, Mr. Harris, your tail light's out. I don't know whether you know. I was like, I don't drive behind me. I can't see it. It's one tail light that's on my right-hand side that I don't even get in. I was like, when I get in the car, I only look on the driver's side, not the passenger side. I said, for you to come to write a ticket, it's going to get thrown on the court. You're wasting taxpayer dollars.
Yep.
So they're like, you don't tell me how to do my job. I said, that's not my point. I said, you work for me. I don't work for you. So listen to what I'm saying. And I had to tell her, I said, you're not using your power of discretion. And this is what the citizens have a problem with. You're not using your discretion. Is it wrong? Yes. Is it wrong to have on a tail light? No. It could have went out 3 seconds ago and you just got behind me like, ooh. I said, the problem is you thought I didn't have a license, and I did. But that's not the reason I get behind people. Then what's your purpose of writing me a ticket to waivable offense? Then she couldn't say nothing. I said, yeah, you thought I had no license. That's the problem. I said, this is the problem that all citizens have with police officers. You don't have to be an asshole, but you are.
You're right about that.
And she looked at me like, oh, what? I said, you don't have to be an asshole, but you are. Check that shit. That's what I'm saying. You work for the public. If you don't like the job, nigga, there's hundreds of other jobs out here. Pick another one. And she was looking like, oh, okay. Yeah, no, pick another job. And like I said, when I went to court, they threw the fucking ticket out, like they always do.
Yeah, and this the shit I don't like too, man. Now, I can't sit nowhere in the fucking city in my car where all these motherfuckers flashing lights on me here and there. And it only happened in the suburbs like one time, but I'm still on the borderline of Detroit. So it's always in the city. So you know it can happen at Warren because they racist than a motherfucker out there. I'm sitting across the street from the strip club and shit. And I'm on the phone, you know, I got my lights on. I got the inside lights on in the car, everything. So I'm on the phone handling some business and everything, and I pulled over in the parking lot. So Save-A-Lot used to be there, it's closed down now. Burger King closed, the gas station closed, shit closed early. So, but it's still early enough for me to go in the strip club. It's like 1 in the morning. Strip club don't close at 2. So I'm thinking like, damn, should I go over here or not? I don't know for sure, but in the middle of my phone conversation, I see 3 different cops ride by in the last couple of minutes. So I said, one of them motherfuckers probably gonna hit a U-turn, and they probably gonna get on their radio and say, you see that black Cadillac sitting over there? Let's go see what he up to, you know? So they comes over there. I'm like, motherfucker. And then they flashing the lights on me like I didn't rob somebody or did something crazy. So I'm like, my mans, first of all, I'm a CPL holder, so don't shoot, and I got my hands on the steering wheel. A man said, hey, how you doing? You all right tonight? I said, yeah, I was okay until y'all pulled up. And so he kind of smirked a little bit, and he was like, do you happen to have your CPL on you? I said, of course I got it on me. He like, can you get it? I said, no, I'm not getting it. He's like, why? I said, do you think I'm about to move my hands off this steering wheel in front of all y'all cops in Warren? It ain't happening. He was like, where is it at? I said, it's in my left pocket. You can open up the door and grab it, because I ain't touching shit. And the other ones on the other side, they looking, they smirking. And you know, 2 more cops had pulled up. So it's 3 carloads of these motherfuckers. They ain't got shit. Somebody out getting their ass whooped. Somebody out getting raped. Somebody getting shot at. All kind of shit y'all could be doing. But y'all want to pull a motherfucker over in the parking lot who ain't did shit to nobody wrong. So that shit happens to me all the fucking time. So he runs my CPL and he said, oh, I'm sorry, you can go about your way and everything, you know. I'm like, it ain't illegal to sit in this parking lot and make no phone call, right? He like, oh no, it's just it'd be a lot of break-ins around here. What is they breaking in? Everything fucking closed down. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. So you think black people don't break in shit in Warren, Michigan? You know what I'm saying? That's not the city they're gonna break in shit at. It's gonna be other cities besides Warren. They're gonna use another city. And he know damn well that's right. You know, that motherfucker, get out of here with that bullshit. So then, every gas station I go to, the police pull up, being nosy. First thing they want to know, hey, my big fella, let me see your CPL. I'm getting tired of that shit. I go downtown. I can't even be at Sweetwater, but a couple minutes to go pick up my food. 40, 50 people out there. Then they come out to me. Let me see your CPL. I'm like, motherfucker. Why do you want to see my CPL?
Man, you know, but you know what I do about that? I don't even really much, I don't show it to them. Because here's the point. If I keep showing it to you, first of all, you need to have what I call probable cause. If you don't have no probable cause, I'm not showing you nothing.
And then they're gonna lie and say my gun bulging out. Nobody can see it. You know, they just got that they got that wand on them. And since they got that punk ass wand, they only check black people, and they might check some Hispanics or whatever. That's it. They ain't checking the other nationalities. You know?
Yeah, but you should. But even then, if you're detaining me, what they call it, in other words, you ask for my identification. If you're detaining me, you need to have you gotta have probable cause that I committed a crime. You can't just say, oh, let me identify yourself. Identify myself for what?
You know what?
You can tell them that.
You know why they be saying that bullshit? They say it because out of all the people they check, they talking about some only 50% of us be having our CPL on us, and they say you can get in trouble if you don't have it on you. But that's bullshit, though.
I don't never have my CPL on me. I don't never tell them I get my weapon. It's really dumb. Why would I do that? And end up like Flannel Castile? No, hell no. I'm not gonna do nothing that makes you feel threatened. Or like that. If you're gonna write me a ticket and send me on my way. Don't be like, oh, well, something in the area. Nope. Miss me with that. Nope. That's the first thing I asked them. I was like, hey, first thing I asked them, are you detaining me? So in other words, if they're issuing a traffic stop, they're detaining. And I'll be like, I ask them, okay, what's your probable cause? In other words, tell me why you're stopping me. And you must articulate, according to the Michigan law, you must articulate why you are stopping me. So they can stop you for equipment violation, you ran a red light, whatever, and then you can object to their stop. You be like, no, sir, that wasn't me. So do you have another reason you stopped me? So that's why I don't ever show them my license. Even if I got my weapon on me, I'm not showing it to you unless you a legitimate reason why you stopped.
Then they gonna try to hold you up even longer.
No, I like them holding me up. Consider harassment. You get paid. You get 10 grand in court on harassment. They must articulate in what they call in an absolute, not absolute. I forgot the name of the word what it says. But in a fast manner, they must articulate why they are detaining you. In other words, they can't just detain you and give you no reason why not.
You gotta record them without them knowing too.
Not really. Not if you articulate what you do.
No, because when you recording them bastards without them knowing, that's when they show their true colors of who they really are. And they don't let you know if they're 100% asshole or not.
Well, see, here's my thing.
They're only gonna be 50% asshole if you let them know you're recording them.
No, but here's my thing. My argument isn't with them. My argument is with the judge. Because that's who they answer to. My argument is never with the police officer because they don't answer anybody. So they answer to the judge. So I'm not arguing with you. I'm arguing with your boss. Hey, why did your officer stop me? What's their probable cause? All of that. Then they have to then tell the judge what's their probable cause. They can't say there's a crime in the area. Because one day I was riding somewhere in Sherwood Forest, and the officer pulled me over. He said, hey, I'm stopping you because a car like this was stolen in the area. I said, sir, that's not probable cause. He said, well, why you say that? I said, because you can run my plate and tell whether it's stolen or not. I said, if you know whether the car is stolen, you have the plate number.
Yeah.
And I'm like, am I correct? He's like, yeah. He said, let me see your license. I said, no, sir. You can't see my license. This is not an inquiry. I'm not filling out for a job interview. I'm not just showing my license to be showing it. He looked at me like, all right, have a good day. You're right. You're just trying to check and see if I'm driving around with a suspended license, which I'm not. You're just looking for somebody to pick up. It ain't gonna be me.
Man, it's so the cost is so cheap to keep your motherfucking license legit. And I don't understand how people be letting their license go up to 4,000-5,000 in the hole, man. I just don't understand that shit, man. When my license got suspended, man, state police, she told me, hey, I need you to come sit in the squad car for a minute in the front seat and take a look at what I got in here. She said you can read this out and everything, so you can see that I'm not making this up.
Yeah, let me. I got. Hey, dog, I got to step into a meeting, but
yeah,
we go check and make sure. You got that. They're supposed to send you an email saying your taxes was accepted by the IRS. So look down there. The email you sent me wasn't the right email. They're trying to sell you something, but it's another email. They say, hey, your taxes been accepted.
They're trying to sell me a dream, huh? Or a scheme.
They're just trying to get you to buy some more stuff. That's all it is.
Okay. Now, what's the name of this? The tax form gonna be on the email.
Yeah, it's gonna be an email.
What is the name of it? What name do I type in?
It's just gonna say freetaxusa.com.
All right, I got you.
It'll be saying it'll say the IRS, basically accepted it.
Okay. All right. Well, hit me up after the meeting and everything. We'll chop it up. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Hey, get a viewers your Instagram information.
Okay.
So I can't remember it.
Yeah, I have to copy it down. I might make it a little easier. Somebody else said that's a long name.
It's King what?
Nah, it's hold on, I'm about to tell you. It's Black Man's Kingdom. There's a space in between each. It's like underscore Black Man underscore. And I'll send you a screenshot. It's the same thing.
All right, y'all make sure y'all follow him on Instagram and everything. He got products for days for sale and everything for the low. You know what I'm saying? In the Detroit, Michigan area, all that kind of good stuff and everything. I'm my business partner and everything. Put it down on everything. So thanks a lot for the day. Peace out. No hair grease, all that kind of stuff. Enjoy your meeting. Close that deals. You know what I'm saying? Make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get up to 5 million a day.
Right.
Yep.
All
right, peace out. Yeah, basically, it was a hell of a little slap that Will had gave y'all homeboy and everything, and he did ask for it. So, you ask for things like that, you would get what you ask for, So he can't be mad at that. But as my business partner said, hey, August, should have been the first one to get slapped. He should have got slapped like that. Talking about a man's being all up in a man's wife like that. You don't say no crazy shit like that. he was just trying to say that so he can, get his record sales to go up and everything. I know that's what it was about. Cause he ain't shining. You know, you came through. You was hot for a minute, and then you start cooling down, and basically you faded away. And you thought Jada was having a relationship with Jada was gonna bring you back, cause you fell in love with her overnight. Some people, always been in love with her. I always had a crush on her, but you ain't gotta put no salt in their marriage, though. He overdid it. So, y'all just, let me know in the comments, what y'all think about all this and that and everything, and if y'all think Will Smith could have handled this a little bit more professional, put him to the side, like after the show, whatever. Let them know, hey, this is what's gonna happen to you if you ever say something crazy like that again and try to embarrass the family. So, give me y'all thoughts and everything, and make sure y'all subscribe, like, share, comment, all that kind of stuff. I don't even care if you're a hater, it don't matter, because, guys say, hey, we need haters in our fan club, because without haters, that means you're not doing something successful. You ain't making no moves out here. Because every successful man gonna have some haters, and every successful woman gonna gain some haters. Y'all know that. So stop getting mad at y'all haters and everything, and watch the ones that's closer to you. You know what I'm saying? You never know, because family, close friends, all of them, anybody could be backstabbers out here. Smile in your face, stab you in the back, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, they go probably puff on some crack. You never know. So, hey, you got to make something happen out here. You got to make a change. And it's up to you to wake up. If you wake up early and everything, and you ain't making shit happen, hey, you still asleep. I don't know why people think because they get out the bed early in the morning, they're woke. that don't mean you awoke. When people tell you to wake the fuck up and everything, that's what they mean. It don't mean you just setting an alarm clock at 6, 7 in the morning. Just because you got up by alarm clock don't mean you woke. Just because you took a shower and everything don't mean you fully woke. So I don't know. Maybe you got to talk to somebody that's on that mentorship level, and they let you know if you woke or not. Just ask them. Say, hey, I know you know me, but I need you to keep it 100% real with me. Ask them. I know I get out the bed and everything. You looking at me physically right now and everything. And you know how they say people out here sleeping and on their dreams and everything. Just ask the person, do you think I'm woke or you think I'm still asleep? And they're going to tell you the truth. If they a real mentor or a real coach or somebody who really care about your success and everything, and your career. But if they're a bullshitter, like the motherfuckers you hang out with at the liquor stores and the hood dice games and, the back alleys and shit and after hours, they're going to lie to you. The motherfucker you just get high with every day, They're not going to tell you. They're not going to keep it real with you, especially if they're just a everyday drunk, ain't never been about shit, ain't never did shit. Ask somebody with some success in their life this question, and that's when you're going to get the real answers. Just like I told a rapper in Ohio years ago at a car show, me and my Uncle Steve, I don't know, it was somebody else, some of his other car partners or whatever. We all had a nice little car show in Ohio. I think we had went to Dayton, Ohio, and this guy wanted me to buy his new mixtape. So I was like, hey, if you want me to buy your new mixtape, why don't you give me a sample of, how you rap on there and everything. Kick something, from the album and see if I like it. If I like it, I'm going to buy it. If not, I'm going to let you know. That motherfucker gave me a little taste of it. And I was like, man, oh boy. And I filmed it too. I got it in storage somewhere. It's old, back in VHS days. This dude was the worst rapper I've probably ever heard in life. And he asked me after he finished that. He like, so how was that? What you think about that, big time? And I was like, you want the truth? He was like, yeah, I want the truth. And I was like, well, don't get mad at me if I tell you the truth and everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'll let you know if I'm buying your mixtape or not. And I told him, I said, man, that was the wackest fucking rap verse I ever heard in my fucking life. And this motherfucker started crying in tears, like he was like, oh, like he just bust out in tears, man, and gave me a hug and said, thank you for telling me the truth. And nobody never told you that before. He said, no. I was like, them not your real friends. And my uncle just bust out and started laughing and walked away. And then he told me a few minutes later, he said, man, I hope you don't get us shot in Ohio. And I was like, man, I ain't worried about these motherfuckers, you know. So I just hope homeboy made a change. Either he's probably still working a regular job or something, you know, probably at a plant somewhere. He probably retired, long gone from rapping, you know, and probably just hung it up after that, you know, or probably just kept practicing. And people probably started telling him the truth after he told them what I said, you know. So, peace out in the Middle East with no head grease and everything. And wanted to thank y'all for supporting me on this Motivational Mondays, all that kind of good stuff. And it's about to warm up finally, you know. Springtime ain't fully here yet, but it's gonna get there, you know. So do what y'all gotta do and everything. Do something positive for somebody today, and tell somebody some nice things about them. You know what I'm saying? Make it happen. Make that change. Holla back, support.